Is not clickbait, I promise. If you'll stick around, you might learn something about being frugal, RVing, Airstreams, and how you can save some money and what to do with that money. You want to know a secret? You want to know a big secret? I am living for $375 a month, and I'm going to tell you how you can do it too. Thank you for watching this video. Second of all, I appreciate each and every one of you, and if you have a moment, please press the like button. Let's go. Why am I living in a place that costs $375, and what is it? It is an RV park. This one specifically is Airstream only. How exciting, what a blessing. This is cool. The total monthly cost to live here for fees for just being right here, power, water, sewer, and high-speed internet is $375. Yes, you heard me absolutely right. $375. Now, contrast that with the average cost of a one-bedroom apartment in this state, which is Georgia, $1,100 a month for a one-bedroom apartment. That's about a $950 savings when you include the extra fees, utilities, internet, and all that. Based on what I see people paying, I could save about $950 a month. That's on a one-bedroom apartment. If you start looking at two-bedroom apartments or houses that are being purchased now, the savings would be even greater. Why am I living here in my Airstream? I want to be as frugal as possible this year so that I can take that money, save it, use it, reinvest it, make it make more money for me, and also so I can travel. That's the reason why. If I save money, I can travel. If I save money, I can invest it. If I save money, I can help other people. That's the reason. Now, it's more important to increase your monthly income, but also living on less money, spending less. The more you keep, the better off you'll be, and that's part of my goal for this year. So I'm staying here to save money, and I have to say, I love it. I love this life right now. It's fantastic. I realize it's not for everybody, but there's a lot to learn from this video about saving money and ways you can alter your lifestyle and make adjustments that can really benefit you, especially if times get tougher, right? If a recession comes, making certain changes is beneficial, especially if you do it before tough times arrive. That's why I'm living here. So this place, it has three sections. There are Airstreams in the top, middle, and upper area that you can rent. They all have sewer, they all have electric, they all have high-speed internet. I'm going to pop the internet speed up right here so you can see what the download and maybe upload speed is for this park. I would say that's pretty good. This place also has security. There is a host here all the time. There is a gate that closes at night, and there are cameras throughout the park. So it's very, very safe. Safer than living in most cities these days. There is a river/creek that runs right through the middle of this park, and it sounds wonderful. Every night I open up the window when it's not too hot, and I can hear the creek right outside my Airstream. There's lots of room to walk. There's a trail through the woods. There are swings and chair areas where you can sit and relax in the trees next to the creek. There are multiple fireplace areas with chairs, rocking chairs, that sort of thing, where you can build a fire. You can also have a fire at your place. There are amenities. The people here are friendly, it's safe, it's secure, it's affordable, super neat place. And there's places like this all over the country. They're not necessarily Airstream specific, but there are RV places that are nice, clean, safe, and affordable. Now, what does it take to be able to live a life like this? First, you've got to have a spirit of adventure and a desire to do it. You've got to throw off the chains of normality.
I'd be perfect here. I just bought a new 12-pack of beer.
And say, I don't have to be normal. I don't have to do what my family members have done. I don't have to do what I think I should do. I'm going to do what I want to do, and that is save money by living in an Airstream or an RV. Do I recommend it to everybody? That depends. If you're really committed and this is your avenue to save money or have an adventurous life or get out in nature, then I do recommend it. But you have to be dedicated to get out and do it. I'm dedicated to saving money, and I like to be able to pick up and go whenever I want. this makes this place very good for me. And I can still go to other towns where I have friends or business and work there. I can commute, work there, and come back. Or if you work remotely, which is what I recommend, if you can work remotely, then you're really set for the Airstream life, right? To be able to work in an RV park where you know you have high-speed internet, and then when you want to walk out your door and go for a walk or talk to the neighbors, you can do that. So for me, it's been wonderful. I'm saving money. How much money am I saving? Well, let's compare. Here is a one-bedroom apartment in the area where I live, for example. Here's the rent. Here's the power bill. Here's the water bill and trash. Here's the internet. And there's your total. Now, let's contrast that with what I'm paying. Okay, we see that. And now, what is the difference between the two? So that's my monthly savings or monthly money that I'm now putting away or investing or can use and build up towards travel. So downsizing your life expenditures will allow you to live bigger and do more things, but it does take some effort. So let's talk about the types of people staying here where I'm at, where I'm living for $375 a month. I would say 60% of the people are full-timers, retired full-timers that stay here. They're probably 60 years old, maybe 55 and older. They live here full-time and they don't have to work. The other two groups that are here are people that are working remotely, like me. I work remotely. I'm here, right, most of the time. And then there are the people who are just stopping in. They're traveling for a night or two or a week, and then they go. So full-timers, mostly older, retired, people who live here who are working remotely, which is a great setup, and then the transient folks that just stop in. So there's always a mix of different people, and you can get out and you can talk to people and make new friends. And that's a big benefit of living in an RV park or living remotely. Now, I don't always stay here. I like to travel, and when I travel, I do a lot of boondocking, and that ultimately is free to some degree. There's nothing free, but it's free at the time you're staying there. It's just not as feasible all the time because I need internet to upload these videos and to do work and to communicate. And it is nice to have running water, especially when you're up here in the mountains like I am and there's nature everywhere. And you get to meet so many people, and that's nice compared to living in town or in a city where it seems like a lot of people are just so busy these days and they don't have time to stop and communicate. Friendship, unfortunately, seems to be on a decline. I read a report this morning about that. Here in an Airstream park or an RV park, you get to wave, talk to a lot of people, meet a lot of people. Okay, let's go through pros and let's go through cons. Pros of living here. Bam, you know this one. Very affordable, $375 a month, amazing. Another one, closer to nature. There's trails, there's trees, there's creeks. I am so close to nature. I get out and walk around barefooted. I work out outside a lot of times, so you're close to nature. Those are two good pros. Another one is safe. Right? Because you're out away from cities and you're surrounded by trees and creeks and rivers. Your neighbors are doing the same thing. Security system, a host, very secure. So security is a big pro. Those are the biggest pros for me of being here. And I have to say, those are all very good reasons. Especially number one, which ties into my goal, save money, be frugal. What are the cons? I would say not everybody would want to live in an RV park, mainly because they wouldn't want to live in an RV or an Airstream. That's just going to weed out a lot of people right there. So if you don't want to live in an RV or you think you would hate it, then it's not for you. The second con for people might be not being right in town. About 15, 18 minutes to a grocery store. There's a smaller one, a little closer, but a full-size grocery store is about 18 minutes away. Some people might not like that. They might like to have the convenience. But for me, it's not an issue. I buy enough groceries for 7 days, and I'm good to go. Less driving seems like a pro to me and not a con, but I do get that a lot of people like to have convenience. Another potential con of living somewhere like this is... well, I can't think of anything else. To me, there's not that many cons. If you're considering it, I would highly say go for it. Go to an Airstream dealer, go to an RV dealer, do some walkthroughs. You can even go on, I think it's Outdoorsy or one of those websites. You can Google it. You can rent an Airstream. You can rent a van. You can go try it. You can talk to people. You can watch some of my other videos if you want to see what it's like. But living remotely in an Airstream is incredible. Oh, one pro I forgot to mention. You can make a smaller footprint Airstream or RV, extremely nice, right? Extremely nice, because you're concentrating your spending on a smaller space. So you can spend a little more on your kitchenware or your bedding or your pillow or your decorations, because it's not 2,800 square feet. So your money goes a lot further when you're setting your place up. So you can make a very unique pad RV Airstream with your money, and that's a big plus. So I have to say, I love it. I love it. The people are almost always friendly. I rarely encounter crabby people, but there are crabby people everywhere. It happens. If you don't like it, you can go inside, or you can go to the other side of your trailer, or you can simply hook up and go somewhere else. For me, right now in this spot, I feel like I'm living amongst the trees and amongst nature and around nice, safe people, which is great. I had a base camp. I lived on the road for 6 months. You can see people back. You can see, you're making it clean.
Financially, this was one of the most cost-effective campgrounds for Airstreams. And I chose to be in the Airstream because of the convenience and the cost. The one thing that I wish that I'd have known years ago that I know now is save your money.
So if the economy tanks tomorrow and everything goes heck in a handbasket, you'd be fine riding it out in your Airstream, no problem, would you?
I'd be perfect here. I just bought a new 12 pack of beer, and I have plenty of George Washingtons in my pocket.